Hello everyone, it's lesson number 60, HSK5, and it's the last lesson in chapter 10. We will listen text, break down it, and listen one more time. Let's start.
第10课，争论的奇迹。课文：争论的奇迹。
1872年的一天，在美国加利福尼亚州的一个酒店里，斯坦福与科恩围绕马奔跑时蹄子是否着地进行了辩论。斯坦福认为马奔跑得那么快，在跳起时四蹄应该都是不落地的，而科恩认为马要是四蹄都不着地，那不是成了青蛙了，应该是始终有一蹄着地。两人各执一词，争论得脸红脖子粗，谁也说服不了谁。于是他们就请英国摄影师麦布里奇来判断，可麦布里奇也弄不清楚。不过摄影师毕竟是摄影师，主意还是有的。他们一起来到一个操场，在一条跑道的一边等距离放上24个照相机，照相机对准跑道，在跑道另一边打24个洞，分别插进24根木棍，木棍上系着细线，细线穿过跑道，接上相机快门。一切都准备好了，麦布里奇让一匹马从跑道的一头飞奔到另一头，马一边跑一边按顺序撞断拦路的24根细线，相机连续拍下了24张相片，相邻2张相片的差距都很小。相片显示马奔跑时始终有一蹄着地，科恩赢了。事后，有人无意识地快速拉动那一长串相片，奇迹出现了，各张相片中静止的马连成了一匹运动的马，相片活了。这就是电影最早的样子。经过艰苦的试验，电影拍摄技术逐渐改进成熟。1895年12月28日，法国人卢米埃尔兄弟在巴黎第一次向公众播放了短片《火车到站》。这一天后来成为电影产生的纪念日，兄弟俩也成为历史上最早的电影导演。留心生活的每一瞬间，并为之争论，适时请求帮助，认真研究，或许重大发现就在你的眼前。
So, this is a text. We will listen, we will break down about some story. 争论的奇迹, so miracle of debate. 争论, it's to argue, to debate. 奇迹 miracle 奇迹争论的奇迹 Let's see. So let's continue. In a hotel of California, US, 在美国加利福尼亚 California 加利福尼亚州的一个酒店里 So in a hotel 酒店里在美国加利福尼亚州的一个酒店里Stanford and Cohen argued about whether the hoof hit the ground when the horse was running. 围绕 to center on some problem, 奔跑 to run, to gallop. 蹄子 hoof 是否 whether or not 是不是是否着地 to land to touch ground 着地 landing 不是着地不是着地着地辩论 to debate to argue 斯坦福 so it's Stanford 斯坦福与科恩围绕 about 马奔跑 so 马奔跑时 when the horse is running 蹄子 so his hoof 是否是whether you can say whether 着地 to touch the ground 着地 also 着地，对 land touch down on the ground 进行了 so they conducted 辩论 debates or you can say have a debate about something 斯坦福与科恩围绕马奔跑时蹄子是否着地进行了辩论about something 进行make about something discussion 辩论 or debate Stanford believes that 斯坦福认为 so he considered he thinks horse runs so fast that 马奔跑的那么快奔跑 run gallop 那么快 so fast that all four hooves should not touch the ground when jumping 在跳起 jumping 在跳起时 at the time of jumping 四蹄 four hooves 四蹄应该都 so should all touch 应该 all 是不落地的是不落地的 not on the ground without landing 不落地落地 is the same as 点击 land ground fall to the ground 落地 to land to fall to the ground 落地在跳起时色题 so four hooves 应该都是不落地的 should not be on the ground but Cohen believes that 而科恩认为 he thinks he believes if a horse does not touch the ground with all four hooves 马要是 if not whether 要是四蹄都不着地 so if all hoofs doesn't touch the ground 不着地马要是四蹄都不着地 isn't should be a frog 那不是 isn't it 成了青蛙啦成了 to become 青蛙 a frog 那不是成了青蛙啦It should always land with one hoof 应该是始终有一蹄着地so one hoof 有始终 this one sorry sorry this one is missed 应该是总是 always or 始终 as always right but I think is this one 应该是始终 so from the start to the end 有一蹄着地 so has one hoof touch the ground 着地应该是始终有一蹄着地 The two insisted on each other words 两人各执一词 so 各执一词 each sticks to his own version 各执 OK 两人各执执 it's to hold some opinion to persist in his opinion 一词 to one word 两人各执一词执 dedicated attached hold some opinion 还有 words against mine his words against yours uncompromising 各执一词 and they blushed with thick necks after arguing 争论的脸红脖子粗脸红 so face red 脖子 neck 粗 is hard. So to get red in the face from arguing. 脸红脖子粗 but I think it's not very popular. Also, 脸红脖子粗 also there is an idiom. 真龙的 so 真龙的 they arguing and they show that they are so hard that 脸红脖子粗 or you can say they argue and it, as a result they were with this one and no one could convince anyone 谁也不说服也说服不了谁说服 to convince to pursue 不了 so cannot cannot something to do 说服不了 cannot convince 谁也说服不了谁 So they asked British photographer McBride to judge 于是 as a result 他们就请英国摄影 So they as a result they ask 英国摄影师some photographer English photographer by the name 麦布里奇来判断 to come or in order to decide to judge 来判断麦布里奇 this one 麦布里奇判断 to judge to determine 麦布里奇于是他们就请英国摄影师麦布里奇来判断 But McBride couldn't figure it out 可麦布里奇也弄不清楚清楚 clear non it's like to do clear do not clear or could not figure it out 弄不清楚 confusion about unclear about something 弄清楚 also could be 弄清楚 figure out find out something 可麦布里奇也弄不清楚 But the photographer is a photographer after all 不过 however 摄影师 the photographer 毕竟 after all 是摄影师 is a photographer 不过摄影师毕竟是摄影师 So he still has he still has an idea 主意还是有的主意 idea 还是 still have 还是有的 They came to a playground together 他们一起来到 they together they came 一个操场 playground 他们一起来到一个操场 They together came to some playground placed 24 cameras equidistantly on the side of runway at equal distance from two or more points equidistant 跑道 runway track 不是跑 to run 道 it's a way so track runway 距离 distance 照相机 camera 照相机在一条 on a 一条跑道 so 条 measure word for some long objects 一条跑道 on the track 的一边on the side 灯一边灯距离灯 is like equal 等于equal has a lot of meanings 距离 on a distance 方向 put on 24 24个照相机 cameras 在一条跑道的一边灯距离 this one interesting equidistant 哇so 一边等距离 on equidistantly 放上24个照相机 cameras and pointed the cameras at the runway 照相机对准跑道的人对准 to aim at something to point at something from HSK 6 line 对准for telescope or for some weapon 照相机对准跑道 because准 has a meaning of I was meanings punched 24 holes on the other side of the runway 在跑道另一边 another side 的24个洞 24 holes 在跑道另一边的24个洞and inserted 24 wooden sticks 分别 separately respectively 插进 so on each separately 插进 to insert to stick 24个根木棍不是根木棍木棍 it's wooden stick and gun major word for long objects 分别插进24个根木棍 The sticks were tied with thin lines 木棍上 on the sticks 细枝细线细枝 to tie 细线 lines thin lines 细是 thin 线 line 对细线木棍上细枝 to tie to fasten thin fine fret line 木棍上细着细线 The line crosses the runway and it's connected to the camera shutter 细线穿过跑道穿过 is to pass through something 穿过cross the street to get across the street 穿过街道 cross pass traverse penetrate thread 细线穿过跑道街上 connected 相机快门 shutter 快门 shutter on the camera 哇 interesting 快门 fast door 快门速度 the shutter speed 细线穿过跑道细线穿过跑道 across the runway 接上相机快门 and connected to 接上 to connect to this camera shutter 接上 to connect to where I can plug in my hair dryer 能接上吹风机的电源的这source of energy you can say 电源so everything was ready 一切都准备好了 everything was ready 准备好了my bridge let a horse run from one end of the track to another one 迈步力气让一匹马 one horse 从跑道的一头 from a start of a run track of a track 跑道的一头飞奔 to you can say run very quickly to gallop run quickly 飞奔奔跑 or 飞奔 also good one 飞奔到另一头 to another head you can say to another end also can be 迈步力气让一匹马从跑道的一头飞奔到另一头。So 一头 it's here is the end of something. Okay. While the horse ran, 马一边跑一边at the same time of something. 一边 also works together with at the time of something happens something another. It hit 24 thin lines in a sequence while blocking the road. 一边按顺序 in a sequence 按顺序 in order 装短 to you can say to 装 to hit. She hit these thin lines 跟细线24个跟细线 and which one that block the road 拦路一边按顺序装断拦路的24个跟细线 so it really not easy to understand. 24 thin lines blocking the road were broken in a sequence. This one is I think better translation. And an is in with order 按顺序. The camera took 24 consecutive photos. Consecutive, following one another without interruption. Consecutive. 连续 continuous in a row, consecutive. 相机连续 so the camera in order continuously 拍下了 made shooted you can say took 拍下了24个张相片相片 it's a photo 张 measure word for 相片. Okay. For photo we have a lot of meanings, a lot of words. 照片图片摄影相片 this one 相片 okay. 相机连续拍下了24个张相片. The difference between the two neighboring photo is very small. 相邻 neighboring adjustment 相邻差距 gap distance same as 邻居 but it's China has land border with 14 nations and sea border is 8. 中国同14国接壤有8国海上相连接壤 to be to border with someone 接壤 and 相邻对相邻两张相片的差距 so distance between two neighboring photo 相邻两张相片的差距都很小 is very small. The photo shows that 相片显示 show or demonstrate display the horse always touch the ground with one hoof when running. 马奔跑时 when she running 始终 all the way from start to end 有一蹄着地 so has one hoof that touch the ground 着地马奔跑时始终有一蹄着地可恩赢了 and Cohen is won 赢 to win something 科恩赢了 afterwards 事后 so some event after event 事后word afterwards someone unconsciously quickly put the long series of photo unconsciously 无意识 unconsciously because 意识 it's consciousness 快速 fast 拉动 to put to drive 一串 a string of a series of something so someone unconsciously quickly pulls a long series of photo 有人无意识的 unconsciously 快速 quickly 拉动 to pull to drive 拉 it's to pull 动 it's to move so drive 意就是那意不是这个床相片不是长达一达长创对一达船相片对船it's a string of something a series a big series of long series of photo I think it's not da it's a 长 here really because it's a long not fast but it's okay 有人无意识的快速拉动那一长串相片对 and miracle appeared 奇迹 miracle 奇迹出现了 appeared emerged the stationary horses in each photo became a moving horse 各张相片 on every photo 中静着 to still motionless 静着 stationary static The tree wants to remain quiet, but the wind won't stop. Objective reality will not be changed by subjective wills. 疏于经而风不止。疏于经，哈哈，the tree wants to remain quiet, but the wind won't stop. 疏于经而风不止。哇，very interesting. 疏于静而风不止。So, 静着的妈连成了麻，对对对，静着的麻，so still move stationary horse right，静着的马连成了 became 一匹运动的马 a movable horse。So a stationary horse in each photo became a moving horse. 运动 moving 连成 to link up, but here is to even became 歌掌响片，歌掌响片中停着的马连成了一匹运动的马，连成 join together line up to something. And the photo lived 相片活了 alive. This is how the movie looks at the earliest. 这就是电影最早的样子 appearance, way, manner, look the most earliest 最早的。这就是电影最早的样子。After hard experiments, 经过艰苦的试验，经过 after 艰苦 where arduous, difficult 艰苦的试验 experiment test 艰苦的试验。Film shooting technology has greatly improved and matured. 电影拍摄技术 technology 拍摄 to film to shoot 逐渐 slowly 改进 improved or to make progress 改进成熟 and mature 成熟改进 is to change to better or you can say improve to refine evolve enhance 改进 or to correct something but here's another one 电影拍摄技术逐渐改进成熟on December 28th 1895 1895年 12月28日28日The French Lumiere brothers 法国人卢米埃尔所以 Lumiere 兄弟 brothers broadcast the short film Train Arrival to the public for the first time in Paris 在巴黎 in Paris 巴黎第一次 so first time 向公众 for people 播放了 translated 短片 the short movie the short film 短片 with the name 火车到站 so the train arrived to station 火车到站在巴黎第一次向公众播放了 to translate to broadcast to play 播放了短片火车到站播放 also could be translation 播放器 video call 播放厅 This day later becomes the anniversary of production of the film 这一天后来 after and then 成为 became 电影产生的纪念日 it's the anniversary 纪念日 commemoration birthday occasion observance 产生 to produce production so 电影产生 film production you can say just to create 产生 to production to create 产生 produce create okay production also production 这一天后来称为电影产生的纪念日 and the brothers also became the earliest film directors in history 兄弟俩 the both 也成为 also became 历史上 so in history 最早的电影导演 the earliest movies 最早的电影导演 the earliest movie directors 电影导演兄弟俩也成为历史上最早的电影导演 Pay attention to every moment of life 留心 to pay attention be careful 生活的每一瞬间 in life every moment 每一瞬间留心生活的每一瞬间 and argue about it 并为 and more 争论 and argue for it 并为什么 also 并为并为之争论 Interesting. Ask for help at right time. 适时请求帮助。适时 at the right time. Timely. 适时 well time, just in time. 请求 help. To request, to ask for help. 请求帮助。适时。And study it carefully. 认真研究 conscious choose 什么 conscientious 哇认真研究 OK 还有 Perhaps a major discovery is right in front of your eyes 或许 maybe 重大发现 big discovery 重大发现就在你的眼前 just before your eyes 或许重大发现就在你的眼前 and it's story adapted from small stories and principle after 互相改编自 so adapted from 小故事 小故事大道理。So small story but big wisdom, big principle 大道理。作者胡晓，哎，那是胡晓。大道理 major principles。小故事大道理。Okay, let's listen one more time and finish.
的奇迹。
1872年的一天，在美国加利福尼亚州的一个酒店里，斯坦福与科恩围绕马奔跑时蹄子是否着地进行了辩论。斯坦福认为马奔跑得那么快，在跳起时四蹄应该都是不落地的，而科恩认为马要是四蹄都不着地，那不是成了青蛙了，应该是始终有一蹄着地。两人各执一词，争论得脸红脖子粗，谁也说服不了谁。于是他们就请英国摄影师麦布里奇来判断，可麦布里奇也弄不清楚。不过摄影师毕竟是摄影师，主意还是有的。他们一起来到一个操场，在一条跑道的一边等距离放上24个照相机，照相机对准跑道，在跑道另一边打24个洞，分别插进24根木棍，木棍上系着细线，细线穿过跑道，接上相机快门。一切都准备好了，麦布里奇让一匹马从跑道的一头飞奔到另一头，马一边跑一边按顺序撞断拦路的24根细线，相机连续拍下了24张相片，相邻2张相片的差距都很小。相片显示马奔跑时始终有一蹄着地，科恩赢了。事后，有人无意识地快速拉动那一长串相片，奇迹出现了，各张相片中静止的马连成了一匹运动的马，相片活了。这就是电影最早的样子。经过艰苦的试验，电影拍摄技术逐渐改进成熟。1895年12月28日，法国人卢米埃尔兄弟在巴黎第一次向公众播放了短片《火车到站》。这一天后来成为电影产生的纪念日，兄弟俩也成为历史上最早的电影导演。留心生活的每一瞬间，并为之争论，适时请求帮助，认真研究，或许重大发现就在你的眼前。
So I think this text is really interesting. And next one, we will continue on the next one. 催促 I think next one is really interesting about some clocks, some with connected with the health. So I think it will be interesting. Let's see.